If you believe all those media reports about over tourism in Japan, you might think all the cities look like this. And sometimes they do, especially the more touristy parts. But what if I told you there are still plenty of places you can visit that look like this, with no tourists in sight and an almost endless supply of scenic views? Welcome to countryside bike riding, one of the best kept tourist secrets of Japan. Now, I wasn't sure if I wanted to make this video as I wanted to keep the secret to myself, but my channel is very small, and if you appreciate my content enough to be watching this, then you deserve to know. Countryside bike riding in Japan might be one of my favorite tourism activities of all time, not just because of the views and complete lack of tourists, but because the infrastructure is perfectly suited for it. Japan is a developed country, so even the countryside has nice paved roads which make biking a smooth, relaxing journey. And oftentimes, there are even dedicated bike lanes and shared paths. But even if you need to share the road with vehicles, you're still in the countryside, so there's barely any traffic, anyways. Everything you see in this video was from a trip I took to Yanagawa, a city about an hour away from Fukuoka by train. If you never heard of Fukuoka, it is the largest city in Kyushu, in the southern part of Japan, and a popular tourist hub for Asian tourists due to its location and proximity to the rest of Asia. Most tourists to Yanagawa only visit the canal area within about 2 kilometers from the train station, where you can take some Venice style gondola rides and be serenaded by the boat driver while enjoying the scenery.
ですがたおん柳川春の柳川よ
You can also do some really nice day or night walks along the canal. But if you go another couple kilometers away from the canal area, suddenly you'll find yourself in a completely different world, surrounded by rice paddies and not a single other tourist in sight. I was lucky enough to be there during cherry blossom season and have row after row after row of cherry blossoms all to myself. And bike rentals are super cheap too. The tourist center at the Yanagawa train station has both regular and e bikes available for rent. The area was completely flat, so I opted for the regular bike, which didn't cost more than 1,000 yen to rent for an entire day. I literally rented the bike from the minute they opened to the minute they closed, and from a whole day of biking, I remember seeing only one other bike riding tourist the entire time. Yanagawa is just one example, but there are plenty of places in Japan you can go countryside bike riding. Let me show you how to find them using Yanagawa as an example, but you can use this technique anywhere. Okay, so first you can see you just go to Google Maps, and I have Fukuoka on the page here, and Yanagawa is down there. So as I mentioned earlier, it's about 1 hour away from Fukuoka on the train. So if I zoom in here, you can see this is the main train station, and this is the main touristy canal area. You can probably tell which areas are a bit busy based on the coloring. So the kind of yellowish coloring signifies the more busy areas. And if I just search bike rental here, you can see it comes up with a few options. And you have to be a bit careful because sometimes it'll come up with these car rental companies or like a bike share kind of thing. But you can see that there is a legit bike rental result here. And this is what you want to be looking for. And as I mentioned earlier, this one is right where the train station is. Okay, so once you find where you can rent the bike, then the next thing is you can put the Google Maps into satellite view. And again, there's a train station, the main touristy canal area, and then as you can see, just 1 or 2 kilometers away, we start to enter lots of farmland. So it's very obvious from the satellite view what is farmland. And you can see this farmland basically stretches all the way back to where the coast is, and that's pretty much what I did. I just rented a bike at the train station and just biked through all the farmland, all along the river here. So that's kind of where I passed by all those cherry blossoms. So really, really easy way to find some good countryside bike riding areas in Japan. Pro tip: make sure you finish your cycling before it gets dark, because you are in the countryside, which means lots of bugs and insects come out at night. And if you're still cycling, then be prepared to get a face full of flying kamikaze insects. So, does this look like something you would like to do on your next trip to Japan? Or have you done it before? and have recommendations on where to do some countryside bike riding. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.